Well, before we get started, I just want to inform you that the name of this show is Welcome to the Basement, not the name that you usually call it.
Hey, where's my basement?
Some variation of that.
You want me to get the name of your show right while I'm a guest?
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
Okay, I'll do my best. When we moved into our current house, I found a box of VHS tapes that were my father's.
Okay.
One of them was Evil Under the Sun. He also loved The Hunt for Red October. Okay. Those were like his two favorite movies. I couldn't get rid of them.
No,
right?
No one wants them.
Well, no, I couldn't throw them away.
Oh, right.
Right? And Whitney's like, why are you keeping these VHS tapes? And I was like, these are my childhood. But we can just watch the movie. That's not the point. This physical VHS tape, I had to put in the machine and rewind it so often.
Yeah. Today we honor our longest running tradition here on The Basement. We celebrate Valentine's Day with a romantic movie.
Ooh.
I've got my co-host here. Hi, Deb. Welcome to The Basement.
Expert in romance.
Okay, great. I don't like to make big claims on this show to my guests, but tonight I can promise that you will have the time of your life. And you'll owe it all to Dirty Dancing.
Yes. Yes. There's so many things about this movie that are problematic and yet joyful, right? I love it.
Released in 1987, Dirty Dancing stars Jennifer Grey, Jerry Orbach, Cynthia Rhodes, and Patrick Swayze. Grey and Swayze had previously worked together in the 1984 film Red Dawn, and Jennifer Grey is the daughter of Oscar winner and Basement alum Joel Grey.
Oh.
Didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that. How fun.
Dirty Dancing is the first movie to sell over 1 million copies in the home video market.
I bet.
Whole lot of VHS.
A lot
exchanged
of VHS.
for money, yes.
A lot of rewinding.
Be kinding and rewinding, yes. So you've seen this?
Yes.
Have you seen it multiple times?
Yes.
Okay, well, you get to see it one more time today.
I can't wait.
I understand that you brought a little special something to celebrate Valentine's Day?
I did.
Oh boy.
Now, it's one of those kinds of presents that I expect you to share with me.
Yes.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Oh boy, strawberries and cream truffles.
Not only are they cute and pretty, but yum yum.
From the House of Lindor.
You have to be Lindor. You have to be like that. It's very fancy.
I'll pass.
Well, then give them back.
Nope. Well, it's very appropriate that you brought the chocolate today because I brought the flowers.
Ooh, let's see what it is. Oh, sunflowers. Are these sunflower seeds?
Yep, you plant them.
It's a growing kit.
Well, get yourself out of the corner and come on over to the old leather couch because we're going to be having a toe-tapping time watching Dirty Dancing.
Do I have to respond to that?
No.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, you've got your Golden Girls blanket.
Yep.
Got your notepad. You ready to go?
Yep.
All right.
It's 1963.
Before the Kennedy assassination, don't you know? Frances Houseman, known as Baby to her family and friends, is on her way with her family to Kellerman's Mountain House. It's a resort. They're going to stay there for the whole summer, as they do every summer. Baby's sister Lisa is there, and of course, Mom and Dad.
Well, Doc, after all these years...
He never plays a good man.
No, he doesn't.
No.
No, he always plays a jerk.
There's a merengue class in the gazebo in the next few minutes.
No, it's a meringue class. It's a cooking class. They're going to make pies. Meringue class.
And how to dance.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Come on, white people, clomp! Hey, baby, I once played a candlestick. Baby meets this skeevy creep named Neil.
Rich boy. Daddy's boy.
I'm going into the Peace Corps.
It's pronounced Peace Corpse, okay? I know pronunciations.
Oh, look at all this leftover food. Are there still starving children in Europe?
Try Southeast Asia, Ma.
No, who cares about them? Gobble, gobble, gobble. We also meet this young man, Robbie Gould, a promising young man. Tito Suarez takes the stage. Cab Calloway, what are you doing here?
He has been there for 70 years. Oh, look at that dancing.
That man is a low-down hoochie coocher. Mr. Suarez is a beloved entertainer here at the resort, and he can use some of the entrances. It's Kellerman's, where everyone has fun, and nothing controversial ever happens. Then comes the main event.
Who's that? Who just came in the room?
The big dance number with Penny and Johnny Castle. They're the star dancers.
They're here to keep the guests happy.
Isn't that what all your jobs are?
Yeah, really.
Mom, Dad, I'm going up to the main house to look around.
There are two kinds of help here.
She sees a sign, do not enter, staff's quarters. But she completely ignores it and just walks right in. No one puts baby not in the staff quarters.
There's this beacon of rhythm and sound coming from up the hill. And this guy that she met that's carrying 3 watermelons.
We're all having a party up there.
So they go all the way up this hill with these giant watermelons. Everybody is dancing.
Dirty dancing. And she's pregnant.
Where'd they learn to do that?
I don't know. Kids are doing it in the basements back home.
Not this basement.
Not yet.
In walks Johnny Castle.
He's just as cool at the private staff party as he is in the public eye. Ever since he started dancing, every egg in this room has been fertilized. Just from him dancing. Johnny gets his eye on Baby, and they have a little dance number of their own. Now dislocate both hips. Now bifurcate your pelvis. They're so close right now, she's penetrating him.
Yeah.
Baby's sister has her eye on this Robbie Gould character.
You know, if tips keep up, I'll have enough for my Alfa Romeo.
The best that guy will ever do is a Beta Romeo. Mr. Kellerman tells them all about the bungalow bunnies.
The husbands only come up on weekends.
But during the week, these ladies get around.
She is with that guy, Neil.
I have to say it. I'm known as the catch of the county.
My vagina just shriveled up listening to him speak. It's now closed again for a good month. Happy Valentine's Day.
Come on.
Let's go do some clean dancing. Okay.
Hey, do you want a sandwich?
Brownie, some milk, leftover rice pudding.
Sad employee.
She looks really upset. Something's wrong.
Penny just doesn't think.
You have no idea what's going on.
I have no idea what's going on. I think it has something to do with abortion.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does.
I've heard about that. Penny's in trouble. She got knocked up and she needs an abortion. She can't be pregnant and be a dancer at a resort. Plus, she's not married.
Penny is pregnant by none other than Robbie Goiter. Like he's Gould. None other than...
Some people count, some people don't. Read it.
Gross. Get out of my fucking face. Jeez.
Try not to curse.
Sorry,
if
I'm
you can help
sorry.
it.
So she goes to her dad.
Could you lend me $250?
No questions asked. He gives it to her because he's pretty cool. She gives it to Penny to get the abortion.
Yeah, it takes a real saint to ask Daddy.
You solved the problem in a wrong way. Penny's gonna need someone to fill in for her.
You want to do it? Want to take time out from Simon Says?
She takes Simon Says very seriously. She's a 9th degree black belt in Simon Says. Baby decides that she'll learn to dance and be Penny's replacement. Johnny tries to teach her the merengue. She's having problems. She can't find the rhythm.
Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. She starts to improve little by little.
Again, concentrate.
Tequila! Oh, wrong song. And we see this montage of dance learning. It's those hungry hippos. He's turning into a ghost! Didn't Swayze have a singing career at some point? Or am I thinking of Don Johnson?
That's a solid question that I don't have an answer to.
Lock the keys in the car.
And it's raining and the windows are open.
Get in and sit on this glass, baby!
Now I just gotta smash in the other window so I can get in the car.
Dancing school at UB. That's where I went. George Burns was a teacher.
He got me pregnant and I had to get an abortion too, Penny.
So I'll just keep my shoulders down, my head up,
My vagina clenched.
Which is really hard to do around Patrick Swayze, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm so scared, babe.
See, I'm getting emotional because it's a really nice moment.
It's okay, Deb. This is a place where you can show your emotions for a little while, and then you need to knock it off.
I mean, I don't...
And finally, she and Johnny have their first dance out in public at a different resort. She does a really great job.
She doesn't do the lift.
The thing where she jumps up and Johnny lifts her in the air, she just doesn't have the nerve. So instead she does this. Not as impressive.
Oh, thank you. No, you have it.
There's a whole bag.
I know, you take it.
Penny's abortion did not go well. They hired a quack.
Well, she could die.
Baby goes and gets her dad, the doctor. He comes by and takes care of Penny. But he's mad at Baby. So this is what you spent my money on, huh?
You'd have nothing to do with any of them ever again.
How does Baby respond to it? She goes right to Johnny's apartment.
I'm sorry about the way my father treated you.
Ever so sorry. I wish I could just hang out without a shirt on. I can't even do that when I'm alone.
It's even more depressing when you're alone, right? You're just like...
And they make love.
Oh! She went for the butt. Is he gonna go for the butt?
The butt has been gone for. Breakfast is awkward. Johnny and Baby go to see Penny.
She's great.
But she knows that there's something going on between those two. You two totally knocked saddle shoes.
Like, right?
Baby asks Johnny, how many women have you been with, Johnny? How many?
Baby, come on.
Baby, come on. Stop asking me personal questions. Baby, come on. And Johnny says, too many to count. The women in this place, they all want to turn with Johnny Castle. Flapple, flapple, bobble, apple.
Oh, come on, I wanna hula back.
Next.
She will hula when you...
Thank you, next.
Bungalow bunny.
This is our last night together, lover. I've got something worked out for us.
It's called the missionary position. Maybe you've heard of it.
I read about it in a lady's home journal. What is going on with the crotch of her pants? Is there a bird coming out of her vagina? Did you see that? Here it is. Boom, there it is.
You want to hear something crazy?
I'd rather hear something Swayze. A wallet was stolen from one of the prominent guests of the resort. Johnny doesn't have an alibi, so he is a suspect.
Come on with me, Neil. Let's go and fire him. Watch how it's done.
I know he didn't take it because he was in his room all night. Because I was with him.
He was banging me all night in his bungalow, and we were together.
This is not Dad's favorite summer.
No,
this is really not a great time. And Kennedy's about to be assassinated. 63 is going to be a terrible year for this dad.
Going well for him.
Johnny gets fired anyway.
Because I'm not supposed to sleep with you. I'm not even supposed to talk to you.
Maybe they'll...
She's Like the Wind is in this movie.
Yeah.
She's like the wind. My hat blows off and rolls down the street. He gets in his Chevrolet and leaves. Like the wind. Swayze sang She's Like the Wind.
Yeah.
That was his song.
That's him.
It's the big end of the year party at Kellerman's.
Kellerman's, we come together.
She is like the wind.
Lisa's doing a thing. She's doing her thing.
Baby's dad finds out that Robbie is the one who knocked up Penny.
Because he thought it was Johnny the whole time, because he's not curious, he's judgmental.
Things are winding down at Kellerman's, but one very important thing needs to happen.
Yes, here we go, it's happening!
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
Except a lazy babysitter. Hey, sorry to interrupt.
But I always do the last dance of the season.
And this year ain't gonna be no different.
I'm gonna show y'all how it's done.
A very popular and anachronistic song plays. What is the space age production on this song? We've never heard anything like it. I can't get enough of. This could be love. This dance is making me weirdly uncomfortable. I don't know why. I wish it would end.
Magic takes over the entire hall. I'm not crying. You are. Pull it together, Matt. That doesn't mean you can do that. No. We're not. That's not what we're doing.
I know you weren't the one who got Penny in trouble.
But you're the one who's most likely going to get my daughter in trouble. Everybody's dancing now. Some of them are regular dancing, and some of them are dirty dancing. How was it seeing it again?
There were parts of it that I felt more than I've ever felt before, and other parts of it that were even more ridiculous than I remembered them to be.
So what was poignant and what was ridiculous?
This is, in many ways, a story about baby growing up. And that's always been the case, but I think that what I noticed during this time was how innocent Johnny was, and how it was about Johnny also growing up. I don't think I ever really thought about Johnny's journey, because I've always just looked at baby's journey.
Even though Johnny's having all this sex with all these women, he's still a kid because he doesn't know feelings and he doesn't know love.
Like he says, no one's ever fought for him, and nobody has ever probably encouraged him. The only thing they want from him is entertainment. It was the first time that anybody was curious about who he was.
A lot of times when you got these guys he's like the most popular guy in camp,
right?
People still don't know him because they're afraid to approach him in that way. And so you can be lonely having all these eyes on you. Well, what was ridiculous besides this?
What was ridiculous, here's what I think is so funny, is that it's like the 60s outside and the 80s in here, right? This is all 80s, and you're like, that's not very period appropriate.
Right. The disparity between the fashions.
Right. And I remember growing up watching the movie, right? And being confused by it, but not caring.
Yeah.
But watching it now, it's so off.
I think it's probably an attempt. This is a movie for young people, teenagers, young adults of 1987. Well, we want kids to feel like they're part of this world. We don't want to present them with this period piece.
Right.
We want to have some of the clothes and some of the music that they listen to, so they feel like they're, like young people are the same no matter what decade they're in.
Right.
But it still comes off as jarring at times.
And I think the other thing that I thought was ridiculous was how thoroughly people played the part that they were supposed to play.
Two-dimensional characters.
Exactly. Neil couldn't have been sleazier, right? Robbie couldn't have been more of a cad and a creep.
I knew about the age difference between Swayze and Jennifer Grey beforehand, but it hit me. He's way, way older than her. I guess they sort of wanted him to be mature, someone to usher her into womanhood from an older perspective.
But that didn't happen, which is what I think is so interesting. Falling in love with Baby was very much like a first love. It wasn't a mature, I've lived life and I've seen things love.
Well, so much so that it took all of that dance practice to bring it out. And those were some watermelons.
Right? I mean, I don't know how he had one. And do you think that scene had to have been an accident? And they're like, we're keeping it because you were amazing holding those water. Like at the door
when he
dropped one, and then and then it was amazing.
How about the abortion stuff?
It didn't pull punches. It didn't romanticize anything. It never spoke out loud as to exactly what was going on. But there wasn't anybody who didn't know what was happening. No one used the word abortion. Right? No one's going to say that.
Did they say it in the movie? I don't think they said it in the movie. They never said the word abortion.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Huh.
And it was always Penny's problem. Penny was pregnant, and it was going to ruin her career. Penny had to figure out a way to take care of it and pay for it and recover from it.
Well, that's the 60s.
Right.
And the 70s and the 80s. Probably.
The 90s and
90s, yeah.
And 2000s. And, yeah.
It's the hub of the story.
In fact, I bet it's some people call it the abortion movie. Have you guys seen the abortion movie with Patrick Swayze? That's a great movie.
You mean Dirty Dancing? Yeah, the abortion movie.
Yeah, the abortion movie. This class of worker, these entertainers and dancers and staff members are one incident away from ruin at all times, economically and also socially. Baby comes in having all of her needs taken care of in life and saying, oh, you just have this taken care of. She doesn't understand the danger, and she doesn't...
And that's another way that she grows up.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of an old story for every child, male or female. There's that summer where you start the summer as a child and you end the summer as an adult.
Right.
And this is one of those stories. Well, Dirty Dancing has danced its last step, and we had a good time watching it, and now we're going to have a good time in a little segment we like to call Seen It.
Ooh.
T.A. Epley writes, ever dream of seeing Peter Ustinov scampering around in a sexy swimsuit? Who hasn't, right? Look no further than 1982's Evil Under the Sun. Seen it.
I love this movie.
Like you, I've seen this movie many, many times because they showed it on HBO morning, noon, and night because it was PG.
Oh, yeah.
So it was on all the time. And I watched it. I don't know what drew me to it. It's got great performances. Maybe it was the music. It had sort of like that mystery music, and it just got me excited. You were not there.
That's right. You were not there.
Yeah.
It was one of my dad's favorite movies, so I watched it a lot with my dad.
Okay.
And he loved Peter Ustinov as Poirot. And his favorite scene, which ended up being literally the only scene that Whitney remembered from the movie, was when he goes down in his little swimsuit and he gets in the water and he pretends to swim and he's like, all right, I'm done. Let's go. It's so cute.
That, yeah.
Flat Bunny says, Across the Spider-Verse is one of the best films to come out this year. Have you seen it?
I have seen it. Have you seen it?
I have seen it.
Well, hot damn, we've seen it.
Why did you see it? I didn't think you were a fan of these types of movies.
Not really. I saw the first Spider-Verse, and I thought it was good. I remember, I don't remember much about the plot, but I remember this is bringing something new to the table.
Yes.
And I felt like Across the Spider-Verse brought the same stuff to the table.
Well, it's the same story.
Yeah.
Like, it's a 3-parter.
That really pissed me off. That cliffhanger at the end.
I
thought that was lame. A movie is not a TV show. I don't care if it's 3 parts. You know, Empire Strikes Back ends on kind of a cliffhanger, but they resolve the story that they're telling, and they say, there's more to come.
Right.
They don't cut in the middle of a scene.
Right.
I did not like that at all.
No, I didn't care for that either. There's a lot of action that just keeps going.
Just endless, yeah.
Just endless Spidey action.
That's a problem with a lot of Marvel movies.
Right.
A lot of live action Marvel movies.
This reminded me a little bit of Civil War in the sense that they're just fighting all the time and everyone's talking through the fighting.
Yeah.
And that's not my favorite way to experience it, right? And that's, that same problem. Do you save the person you love or the billion people that you don't?
Yeah, right.
I mean, how many times are we going to ask someone to answer this question?
Lisa Lowe, 13. Barbie, I was never really riding the Ryan Gosling train before, but I am now a huge fan. His performance blew me away. Seen it?
Yes, I've seen it a couple times.
Couple times?
Yeah, absolutely.
What'd you think?
There are some people who are uninspired by it. I have one friend who said, every woman knows this. This is Feminism 101. Why am I watching this?
Yeah, and then the filmmaker responded to that by saying, yes, exactly. This is Feminism 101.
Exactly.
This movie is for young people.
I went into it not really knowing what to expect. I had a good time watching it, and I'm still thinking about it. So I think I really liked it. But then when I watched it a second time, I think I experienced it on a different level. I think it's brilliant. I think it's not for everybody. What would happen if adult women played with these toys?
Oh, okay.
And worked out the ideas that we have as adults and that society has about us, and we work them out through play, right?
Oh, okay.
Because that's what children do. They try to figure out their world by playing, and adults don't do that. This is a different way of playing with dolls. So let's play with them differently. We need to play with these ideas and see what's going on.
Right. Go to our website, check it out, click on the PayPal donation buttons and make a contribution, a one-time or rolling monthly donation to support the show. We certainly appreciate it. And I want to shout out some of our one-time donors here. Damnation Incorporated, David, and Mika, all the way over there in Finland. Thanks so much. Mwah.
How fun.
That's how we thank people on the show. We give them a thumb kiss. It's the Megaforce thumb kiss. There you go. Deb will be back next week. We're going to do unboxing, where we open the mail and talk about other stuff. We hope you'll join us for that. And now, check this out.
The most important thing to remember in lifts is balance.
Listen to this. How did I remember the sound she made? So stupid.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.